I'll get started here. My camera's like broken. This is there. Maybe that'll work. All right. Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Bart Winkler. This is the Bart Winkler Show. The Bucks won. They had a weird overtime game against the Bulls. So that was nice. I'm not well. I'm not kidding. And I don't want to like make light of anything, but I don't like this loss really bothered me. A lot of things about it bothered me. You know, there was a game, it was the NFC Championship. There was a game. It was the NFC Championship and the Packers lost. It was the game that Lawrence Tynes hit all those field goals. I believe that would have been Favre's last game. Was that the one? And I remember being up in my room, and so maybe this is something to do with the Giants. I don't know. I remember I was up in my room, and like I couldn't breathe. Like I just couldn't breathe over a sport game, you know? And I don't know. I don't feel normal. I've felt off all night because of the sport game. That really bothers me. I think a lot of this bothered me tonight. I think the whole Tommy DeVito thing is really upsetting me. I'm really upset about it. I am very much upset about it. I'm tired of us doing this, of the Packers being the team that like makes these stars. Who was the guy one year against the Bengals? The Packers gave up like 7 sacks to this guy and essentially got him into the Pro Bowl and got him a big contract. It seems like there's a lot of guys that break out against us. Colin Kaepernick broke out against us, and we're like the only team he's ever good against. This was upsetting. This was upsetting. I'm very upset. I'm not like doing it or anything. I'm not trying to. I'm just very upset. Packers lose to the Giants, 24-22. Let me just say everything that is upsetting me the most. I'm very upset about Jaden Reed 2-point conversion. I think that was an awful play. So all these tosses and reverses and I was in like 9 text threads tonight. That overwhelmed me. I'm very overwhelmed. I was watching the Bucks game. I'm trying to make sure Tyreek Hill doesn't score too many points. I'm just extremely overwhelmed. And this game was very overwhelming. This is a really, in the grand scheme of things, we are a young team in a rebuilding kind of year where we do have the playoffs in our grasp, and we're against a Giants team that's just, you know, they're kind of going through it too. They've got a backup quarterback. They're not great. It felt bigger than this tonight. It felt bigger. I don't know. It felt playoff-y. Maybe it was the Joe Buck, Troy Aikman part of it. It just felt like there was a lot going on. And I'm really not dealing with it well. I don't know if I should be broadcasting. I need to lay down. So that all being said, let me read some comments and then I'll kind of go over some more stuff. Mason says, quite frankly, fuck special teams. Nixon had that shot on DeVito, and I saw that and my jaw dropped. I'm like, oh my God, we're screwed. And then I guess ball don't lie, because not only did he fumble, he laid on it like a grenade, which is what you're supposed to do. Little Steve Rogers, you know, Captain America in the Navy base at Camp Lehigh. And then he got back up with it. What are you doing? Why are you getting back up with it? Don't get back up with it, because then he fumbled again. Freedom Boner says, hey, we haven't heard from Freedom Boner in a while. Welcome back. He says, sloppiest game all year. Bala says, thought the Pack should have ran the clock out more at the end when they had the ball in the red zone. Yeah, by the time that was going to happen, they had only 4 downs to work with, and the Giants had timeouts. Maybe that touchdown to Heath, the first one that did not count, was unfortunate. he had some great plays. I thought they could have given us the touchdown there, but we already kind of got like a lucky one with Saquon. And I think that was the right play, the fumble. I think that was the right call. It did look like he was establishing himself. I mean, he barely established himself. So it looked like we were really totally going to steal one. Craig says, Barry, best defensive coordinator in the league, right, boys? I think that Joe Barry's gotten a lot of positive praise over the last few weeks, and I think some of it's been earned. But I think that when we had a 1-point lead and we kicked the ball back to them, you knew exactly how this would go. They would give up the game-winning field goal. I think a lot of people knew that. I'm not sure what they could have done different. Do you send more pressure? Do you not? But what had happened was the Packers were going back for the big play, and DeVito just picked us apart a little bit, and then we finally creep up, and then he hits Wan'Dale Robinson. The Tommy DeVito thing. I am so upset about it. I really am. It's like they are the first people to ever be Italian. Like if I'm an Italian, which I am, my grandpa was very Italian. His dad, Arturo Brunelli. Okay. And then he married a girl from, I think my grandma's from Missouri or some bullshit. And then my mom married my dad, who's all like all the white countries. And then me. So what percent Italian does that make me? I claim it. And I married into an Italian family that's a little more Italian, much more Italian. My wife's maiden name is an Italian name. But I think even Italian people have to be like, they're making fun of us. Like, what the fuck? All this stuff, you know, the dad and the kissing and the agent and whatever that was. Like, it looked less Italian and more like the Italians are getting made fun of. But I guess that's part of, I don't know. We made a superstar. I don't like the whole thing already. Hey, he lives with his mom. He loves his family. Guess what? They love to eat. They brought food for everyone. His agent, as soon as you saw his agent, you're like, oh, shit. We're losing this game. Tony's in Texas. I'm trying to calm down.
Oh.
I honestly, I don't feel right. I'm bothered. I'm very bothered.
I do like your rants on the Italian Americans, Bart. Us fellow paisans. It was just, it was embarrassing to watch. I don't know if I was watching like an NBC sitcom from the 90s, but that was some bad stuff. You know, let's go back to our Packers. The Giants' margin to win it's so small. It's so small to win. And the Packers' margin to win is small, but not as small as the Giants. And we fucking kept on giving them more rope and more rope and more rope. And finally,
and they tried to give it back to us, and we gave it back to them.
Oh, and by the way, Bart, the turnover we got on the Saquon Barkley was a complete gift. It wasn't because of the defense. It was on a long run, and he stumbled and tripped and fumbled the ball. Props to Ballantyne for running it back and keeping the play going. I'll give him that. But that was a gift. And honestly, we didn't deserve to win this game. We played like shit. They didn't come mentally ready to play. I thought Jordan Love was kind of like Jordan Love this year. He had good moments, bad moments. Overall,
well, the first half,
he was bad.
He was awful.
He was bad. But It's two halves of football, right? And what I like to see from him and from LaFleur for that matter, and good call on that 2-point call because that was a garbage call. But to get to the end zone on that last drive, which was about, 35, 40 yards maybe, I didn't think they were going to score, and they did. And especially after that Heath drop. And I was glad to see Malik Heath repping the number 18, former Randall Cobb jersey, get that touchdown. Good for him. But I want to ask you this, Bart. Name me one thing that you came away with this game like, yeah, the Packers are good at this. What are they good at? Or what do you feel good? I've got one thing I like. I want to know what you think. One thing I thought, like, okay, this could be something. Is there anything that stood out?
Kraft had a nice catch.
Okay, I was going to go with that one. They are set with tight ends moving forward. Their tight ends, that room is a good tight end room.
There's nothing like I feel better about this team than when we came into the game. Oh. I don't necessarily feel worse. I mean, this is pretty much who they are. They're a young team. They were looking really good. Somebody put out the tweet. It might have been the Hermanator, Andy Herman. And it's been stuck in my head all week that how football will it be? It could have been Bukowski. how football will it be for the Packers to beat Goff, beat Herbert, have Love outplay Mahomes, and then lose to Tommy DeVito? And where the game, I think, was super lost was Tommy DeVito was doing such a nice job running the football that then they could use that read option on us the rest of the second half. And every Saquon run, and yeah, he fumbled the one time, but every Saquon run was like a guaranteed 6-7 yards. It was awful. It was an awful game. And again, to go back to what I was saying, like did this game feel bigger than it was? Was it the weird Monday night 2 part of it? It felt like playoff kind of, and maybe it's just kind of so much bullshit going on that it, magnified, but I don't know. I don't, again, this game, I'm hot and bothered, man. I really am.
Should be. And it was, what it's like, the divisional round playoffs, that Saturday night game you get.
We've lost a game like this, bigger stakes, but we've lost a game like this hundreds of times.
Oh, yeah. And the quality of play was not there of Green Bay either. And I thought we got kind of punched around on the offensive and the defensive line a little bit. I don't think we got any sacks. I don't remember us in the backfield that much. I got the guys up front weren't very good. And then when it came down to crunch time, we got no pressure. I didn't know what Joe Barry was doing there in that coverage. And Keyshawn Nixon, if there's going to be one GOAT, he's the GOAT of the game. I don't mean the greatest of all time. I'm talking like a GOAT that blew the game.
That's such a Freeman line. Oh, he would always say, like, GOAT, realize how we say GOAT now.
Yeah.
And then it's such a Freeman line.
Yes. I had to change up that vernacular. But yeah, Nixon was bad, which goes back to your point about football, Bart. Who was the guy at the key turnover last week? Nixon, with the great play against Mahomes. And then Nixon this week was terrible. Getting torched and with that fumble. And when he jumped on that ball and you got that split millisecond to think, I thought to myself, oh, good job getting stopped.
Yeah.
Jump on the ball. Good job. And he gets up. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? He knew that was an awful
game. There was one comment that said, like, if Matt LaFleur and Shanahan or whatever, the pieces of paper, like the plays that Shanahan's like, fuck, this won't work, that he throws away, Matt LaFleur scurries to pick it up and then runs those plays.
Oh.
The Jaden Reed touchdown was a great start to the game. And maybe it was the worst thing that could have ever happened because they kept running it. Jaden Reed, and then there's double reverses. Like, what did we think? He's Deebo Samuel? 4 for 38. And then the 2-point conversion, to have him on the 2-point conversion. If you want to run Dylan, fine. If you want to do some kind of play action, fine. Don't do that play. That was such a bad play.
Wow. You got to pass the ball in that situation. And you're right about the play call of LaFleur. The defense of the Giants, Martindale and his staff are telling the D linemen, the outside linebackers, hold your spot, stay in your lane, because they got burnt pretty badly. That was an easy touchdown by Reed. And the Giants were looking for that. I didn't understand what they kept on trying to do, that same damn play. And the play calling was a little bit uneven, kind of like the Packers season this year, Bart. An uneven season. It's just wacky. Carlson up and down again, the kicker. This was a microcosm of the season, to be honest with you.
Resulting in a loss. Q's here. A couple more comments. Daniel says gadget plays equal uninsured L. Josh says every aspect of the Packers game can be described with 2 words: dog shit. Captain Coolsman. LaFleur and Barry burnt all the credit they built up real fast. Unbelievable how incompetent they both look. Patrick, you have a fuck. I'm reading what it says. You have a fuck 250 LBs RB, and you do an end around with 180 WR. MLF is a bitch.
Hey, can I respond to Patrick just because his name's Patrick? I think Patrick Taylor has fucked up the out-of-bounds play 4 times this year, and LaFleur finally blew a gasket at a player. Did you see that?
No, I missed that part.
Oh, okay. So Patrick Taylor had a chance to get out of bounds right before the half, and he doesn't. And I think it's the 4th time he's done that. He looked really good this game. And
Q's here. Tony in Texas is here. Q, you stay there. But if I can get a Grant Bills appearance.
GB.
Hey, gentlemen.
Grant, did you get a haircut?
Yeah. Right.
Look at that.
right around the corner.
Yeah, Grant was in Milwaukee, got a haircut right by my house.
Really?
Just a couple blocks away. Yeah.
Did you drive by my house?
No, I didn't. I didn't want to be like, hey, can we drive by It
was literally 2 blocks away.
So, Grant, when you get your haircut, do they mess with your mustache too?
No, I don't like other people shaving me.
Yeah, I let him do my eyebrows, but nothing else.
I don't like doing my hair, let alone I hate getting my hair cut. I just wanted to say, you guys, I love when Cone gets in here and tells everyone I love when he provides some pushback. The 2-point conversion, you're like, oh, terrible call, terrible.
Well, it's just because how many times can you run Reed tonight? He's not Debo.
You're not playing Indiana here, Bart. I mean, Grant's thinking he's watching the Big Ten.
No, I'm just saying. He was probably our best offensive playmaker tonight. You got him in space out on the edge. I don't know. You just can't be like, it didn't work. I don't like the play. Like Matt LaFleur.
You eating there?
We'll have to wait for the all-22. But I thought Matt LaFleur, there were guys open early. The plays that have been working the last couple weeks, Love is just missing them. He had a couple touchdowns, was just slightly late with the ball. Like, I thought Matt LaFleur was fine. Jordan Love needs to deliver some of those throws. And the Jaden Reed, it didn't work.
Jordan Reed first half was like first half of the season. Did I say Jordan Reed? Jordan Love was better in the second half. One thing that we've liked about Jordan Love since that Saints game, there's poise. You have no doubt that like mentally he won't be able to do it. It's just finding the right guy and then getting the receivers. Heath, I thought very close, but then that touchdown was beautiful. The tight ends, the plays, the catches. It was a really nice drive. Unfortunately, with how the game went, there was too much time. Carlson had missed that field goal. They missed their own field goal, sure, so maybe horse apiece. 2-point conversion doesn't convert. I was on my couch with about 4 minutes left. Barkley had that run, and I'm thinking, I just want to escape and crawl anywhere but here. And all season long, I'm watching these games as if they're like independent little games. And I'm not even thinking like playoff picture, really. I didn't want to lose this game this way. And the Tommy DeVito thing, I think, is why. I'm really fucking upset about that. I don't know how this content is good for people. It's not entertaining. It's not funny. I think sometimes like you can be like, again, and I'm part Italian, so I can say any of what I'm saying. But sometimes you're like so much the stereotype that it's almost like, as an Italian, I'm offended.
Are you saying he's a spicy meatball?
I'm offended by Meatball Dad doing the kisses and the agent.
Are you saying he's a spicy meatball, Bart?
I'm offended. Yes, I am offended.
So I have a question. I
didn't become Italian for the food. I became Italian for the jokes.
Yeah, where was Pauly
D? Did Detroit win yesterday?
They did not.
And what's Kansas City's record over the last 5 games?
It is 1-4.
So I guess maybe, just maybe, you all convinced yourself that this team was good again. So I'm just gonna say, like, they're probably still gonna win the playoffs. But this was the biggest trap game ever, and that's why I went to support Wisconsin's actual good team.
You go tonight, tell Dame to make a fucking free throw.
I was frustrated at that game too, but I'm just saying
that game's going on and that's going to OT. I'm telling you, and I'm in way too many. I'm never watching a Packer game with my phone ever again. I got text threads with my family. Great. I got text friends with close friends. Good. I'm in some of these text threads. I don't like half of the numbers. I don't even fucking know. It's like, they're like, oh, fuck, touchdown. And I'm behind. And I'm like, Jesus, who even is this person?
I don't think I sent you a text tonight, did I? I don't think I did. That's good. That's good. That's good. Our group chat wasn't going. By the way,
I think it was good. No, I sent you one.
What did you send me?
I said, I am upset.
Oh,
you gotta stop showing this fucking family. Do people like this content?
Hey, no. I got a take from the Bucks game that I just realized tonight. I didn't realize that we were using the blue and white because it's the Greek colors. Am I like the last person to figure that out?
I don't think that's true.
No, it is.
I've never once thought about that.
That I guarantee you they're selling the blue and white jerseys a lot in Greece, and that's why they do it. Because it was Greek night tonight at Fiserv Forum, and just blue and white everywhere.
Charles wants to know how's the LaFleur meter.
He needs to go.
I think Barry's back on the hot seat.
They both need to go. This is why I didn't want to win.
Actually, I thought the defense was playing pretty okay.
Neither of them will ever win a Super Bowl in Green Bay.
We just can't stop. It doesn't matter if it's Barry or Pettin or Larry
So
or Jerry. We can't stop a running quarterback.
let me ask you this.
The read option to us is like
It's like a caveman.
So
Like,
excuse like wait, hold on.
it's like plopping a caveman in fucking 2023. You'd be like, oh,
you were right. They literally had to run it once, and we were fucked. And
I know.
I'm gonna
be like, oh, caveman, you need to freshen up, take a shower, and then we'll like tell you what's going on. That it's you control the rain, huh? I mean, what the fuck?
everything busted, and I'm gonna leave. But it sucks so much part because it felt like every NFC Championship game loss we've had, including quarterback. It felt
like a playoff game.
It's like like our NFC Championship game losses. There have been like signature plays of misery, like signposts through the whole game, and this one had it, like the Nixon fumble.
If this was an NFC Championship game,
I got worked by them 2 years in a row.
Yeah, the Giants beat us last year. And I think I'm mad because someone said, and I'm getting there, and if I added like 30 pounds, someone says I look like Brian Dable.
No.
Like if you... Well,
and they're acting like they won the Super Bowl today, too.
I mean, this was their Super Bowl.
Well, Q, let me go back to what you said. You want LaFleur fired, and I know Bart did at one time, too. But in your logic, though, in your mind, you think Adrian Griffin has a better chance of winning a championship than Matt LaFleur does? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, absolutely.
I totally
look at the records.
I'm not
look at the records.
I
look at the records, not their skin color, Tony.
Well, that is just an asinine statement there. Anything Bart and I should be offended with the Italian-American stereotypes out there today, Q.
I don't understand the Adrian Griffin hate when he has a winning record and this team never quits on him. And look at LaFleur over and over again besides the last 3 weeks.
Who leaked the Portis?
It doesn't matter.
Did they leak that because they want Griffin out, or did they leak that because they want Portis out?
Can't blame Alex Lazary on that one.
No.
So I don't want to keep bad mouthing the Packers because you guys know where I stand. I don't.
Well, let me ask you this, Q.
I can't figure you out. You are like two different people. Bucks
he doesn't watch it close enough.
Packers Q are not the same Q.
He can't get an opinion.
I need
watch
to
it
watch.
Close enough.
I need to rewatch.
You watched the Bucks game. That's fine.
I was watching the Packers game on my phone, but I went to the game because I figured we were going to lose. It felt like a trap game, especially after Kansas City lost and Detroit lost to the freaking Bears. Anyone who thinks that Thanksgiving win was a big deal is like, they lost to the Bears.
That was a big deal. And the Bears have been playing better football.
I don't know.
All right. When it's Lions Chiefs in the Super Bowl, I'll come back at you with this comment.
Hey, you know what gets me, though,
do.
Bart, about this game, though, is Tommy DeVito can look good against us, and then we can contain Justin Fields. I don't get it. It's just weird. It's like when they...
That's because there's no threat of the pass.
Fields has been passing better, though.
I really like Fields. I think he had a great
him and
game.
Moore have the top completion percentage in the league.
Brew Crew says, I think the fake turf messed with Love. Feet were planting right in the first half. A lot of it seemed off. There was a play that he had that outside of Desmond Ritter's shitty throw to Bijan Robinson that should have been a touchdown Sunday was like the worst throw of the week. So there, again, it was a little, there was some for everybody. When it comes to the Jordan Love palette, there was something for everybody. There was a little bit of underthrow. There was a little bit of perfect throw. There was a little bit of led your receiver too far. There was a little bit of beautiful play. There's a little bit of look deer in the headlights. There's a little bit of calm, cool, and collected. Every single thing that you can say about Jordan Love at any point in the season, you could say about some play here tonight.
Yeah, but I do like...
I'm going to drop out. See you guys.
Thank you.
you. I do like Bart that he got the winning or not the winning touchdown, but could have been the winning touchdown. I didn't have much faith in that last drive, and they did score, in which I wanted to see Love have that 2-point conversion in his hands instead of doing that end around. Where I don't think Grant's opinion is right on that one. I think he's way off. I think you and I are right about that. They went to Reed too many times in that end around. I get it; he's their best weapon, but the Giants had read that play over and over.
Viking fan, so maybe this is why, says, are we done with the Aaron Rodgers comparisons already? I don't think we've started, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get him to play like Dak Prescott, I will be happy.
If you're feeling as a Viking fan like, oh shit, they have another Aaron Rodgers, that's your own insecurity. We're just trying to see what we have in Jordan Love. I mean, we're excited. We think he's good. Tonight, again, was all over the place, but I don't think that anybody thinks he's prime Aaron Rodgers.
No, I mean, Jordan Love's a top 15 quarterback in this league right now. I don't think that's outlandish. I think we can safely say he's a middle-of-the-road quarterback. He looks really good and has his moments where he doesn't.
KJ tells me not to go there with the ethnic bullshit. I am an Italian.
Hey, I am too. You're talking to the right guy. I don't want to say I was offended. It was just stupid. It was just dumb to watch.
I'm saying as an Italian, I was offended.
I just thought it was old shtick. It was just stupid.
Scott says this was a very Rodgers performance, actually. Brought him back in the fourth quarter, but then the D gave it up. This was the exact kind of 08.
Oh, that was great. I tweeted
Absolutely.
definitely a 2008 special right there.
John, as a defensive coordinator, you have to realize you can't play Mahomes and DeVito the same way. Saw another great tweet this week that's the problem. The defense is built to stop Patrick Mahomes. Everybody else can have their way. Tommy DeVito, we made Tommy DeVito a thing. There's Giants fans tonight. I don't know if they were joking or not. I think we're going to find out tomorrow. There's Giants fans that think they found their guy. That touchdown he had in the corner of the end zone, they think they found their guy. They think he's their guy. We did that. So maybe long play, good for us to trick them, but they think they found their guy.
Yeah, and you made a good point on your podcast, the Bart Winkler Show, which I listened to. You said that today.
That's what we're on right now, but thank you.
Yeah, and you mentioned that today. We Joe Barry's scheme is very much like, hey, let's play cookie cutter defense, play Mahomes like a backup to the backup quarterback like DeVito. And you know what that reminds me of, Bart, is kind of like the Bucks when they go against hot shooting 3-point teams, when Coach Bud would play the same type of defense against these hot shooting 3-point teams. You got to mix it up. And I think that's what did in Bud as a basketball coach with the Bucks. Is you got to change it up against certain personnel. And I don't know if Joe Barry, let me ask you this, Bart. Do you think we're a smart football team? Because I don't think we are. I just don't think we are. And I don't think the coach.
This is your Bucks take.
Well, but the Bucks are not a smart basketball team at times. But the Packers defense, maybe they're just limited with their, just grasping how to like read things. I don't know.
You know, I should have taken. I'm gonna quick plug here for Happy Place Hemp. I have to take a gummy. I absolutely am. I'm going to.
You got to calm your ass down.
I really am. I'm still kind of like this game. I think I had a lot going on. First of all, I worked tonight. Very hard to work while the game's on. So that was the first half. Drove home. That's when I saw the fumble. Then watched the end of this rest of this game on my couch. Was very not well.
Which fumble? Which fumble? The Nixon fumble?
Nixon.
Yeah.
And then I was monitoring a guillotine league in fantasy. Then I'm trying to watch this Bucks game. Then I'll talk about this. So first of all, Happy Place Hemp. It's going to be the Delta 8 tonight. I'm going to take it. No, you know what? I said Delta 9. I'm going to go Delta 9. Happy Place Hemp. Promo code is Bart. 25% off every order that you get. The gummies, I mentioned the balm that's worked wonders. I mentioned the tinctures that work very good. The nighttime gummies, the THC gummies, the CBD, CBN gummies. Just browse around their site a little bit, see what you like. There's sampler packs if you just want to try something. Very inexpensive just to try it, dip your toe in. Use the promo code BART on that. And then when you get your big order, your real order, promo code will work again. 25% off every time you use the order code. every time you use the code when you order at happyplacehemp.com. Happyplacehemp.com. Jerry says, Channel 12 just said you're doing a hit in the morning. Oh, yeah. I was on Monday. I'm going to be up at 6:35 on Channel 12.
Oh, yeah. My mom said you got to dress up for that next time.
I wear a button shirt and then I wear a hat. Oh, I have to write them 3 questions to ask me. What do I want to talk about on Channel 12?
Oh, God. Well, you're talking to the masses, right? The mainstream media. Man.
I'm gonna have them say, what's a Tommy DeVito and why did he beat us?
Will the Packers make the playoffs?
Are they still in the 7th seed, or did they get tiebreakered out of it tonight?
Like 4 teams tied. And I do want to comment on what Q said. We're not saying the Packers are world beaters. We're not even saying they're going to win a playoff game. But for this team in a transitional year, to make the playoffs would be a good accomplishment, whether it's 10-7 or 9-8.
I've got big news. According to the NFL.com playoff picture, the 7th seed in the NFC would be the 6-7 Green Bay Packers.
Hey, we'll take it.
It's that win over the Rams.
That was, looking back, I know Stafford wasn't playing, but that's a big win.
So right now we're 6-7, as are the Rams, Seahawks, Falcons, Saints, and the Buccaneers. The Giants improved to 5-8. The Bears are 5-8. So nobody's like out of it. So it could get weird. Our schedule still is very favorable. And if you took the last 6 games or so, you had the Chiefs, the Giants, the Buccaneers, Panthers, Bears, and Vikings. The consensus or the thinking was go 4-2 in that stretch. Well, you lost to a team you shouldn't have. Did we lose because we played in Aaron Rodgers' new building?
Was he at the game?
I don't know. I thought
He's the kind of guy that's at that game, and he's dressed up incognito. I guarantee he might have been at that fucking game.
He's probably the agent. Shano says this was on coaching this week. Major coaching blunder. This was on coaching staff to have the team ready, as everybody knew this was not to have the team ready. Everyone knew this was a classic letdown game.
So what is he saying? They weren't playing hard? I mean, where was Rashawn Gary today? I didn't see him.
Alyssa says, I don't feel right either. An upsetting game all around. Thanks for going live. Misery loves company. Tommy DeVito and his stupid family are so corny. Again, I don't feel like I feel like it's not right to rip on their family, but who wants that content?
I am with you.
I don't want the content. We made it content.
You're not going to get a debate from me. I said the same thing. It was just ignorant.
Stalis Tom says Kraft should be starting over Musgrave permanently.
I don't know about that one. I mean, back in the day
against Thibodeau.
So let's go do a little history lesson here for Stalis Tom. You remember back in 95, 96, they had Mark Shimura, Keith Jackson. Hey, I'd love to have a situation like that where you got 1A, 1B, man.
Scott says, let's not forget we are injured. No Jair tonight. No Aaron Jones. Who else didn't suit up in this game? Well, no Christian Watson, who adds a big component to that offense.
Yeah, he does.
They probably win with him tonight.
Maybe.
We ain't running the ball 5 times to Deebo Samuel, Jaden Reed, who did very well, but that was not the right play at the right time.
Yeah, Jones, Watson, those are big ones, but Jones has been unreliable all year. Watson, same thing, unreliable all year.
Lisa says, I'm with you, Bartman. Sad. Felt like we finally made a turn last week. Tonight we went full in reverse. Patrick says, I'm back to fuck this team.
I'm not like that. Hey, here's the deal, man. They were down 8. Yeah, they played like shit, but they came back and got the lead. And if they make that 2-point conversion, at worst, you got overtime. So certain plays here and there, I think they can learn from. But there's a couple of things to take from this game, and I think one of it was the tight end play. The other was Jordan Love is able to bring a team back down by 8 in the fourth quarter. That's something that we hadn't seen before. I mean, we saw it against the Saints, but Jordan's starting to come. I think Bart, this was the 4th comeback he's had in the fourth quarter, and I think they didn't win them all, but he's brought him back. I think it's Steelers game, Saints game, this game. What other game was there? But he's had a history of doing this now, so he doesn't look the greatest at times, but he's not a bad quarterback. I totally disagree with Q. This Matt LaFleur thing, you got to stick with LaFleur because who has developed Jordan Love? Matt LaFleur. I see it in Dallas here with Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy.
Dallas rules.
Yeah, and Dak looks, and I like.
Well, I didn't kick Tony off. I don't know where he went. I bet you his phone died. That's happened many times. At least once. Freedom Boner. Let me get back to the Dan Schani YouTube comments. Freedom Boner says, wasn't Bisaccia supposed to be a special teams wizard? It was so bad this week that I accidentally got box wine drunk. So Matt LaFleur, I think, will 100% be back next year. He's getting Coach of the Year consideration. He will 100% be back. Barry, I would put like a soft 65. I think you know what his deficiencies are and you know what his positives are. It's just like, why don't they work on the deficiencies? Why are the same problems always the same problems? That seems like that should be fixed. Bisaccia, Freedom Boner says, wasn't Bisaccia. Oh, I already read that. Bisaccia might be the scapegoat, but he is not. I mean, any of these guys. Ron Zook, Slocum. Who was that other crazy guy with the crazy white hair? Special teams coaches, I can never remember their names. Mo Drayton, we had Mo Drayton for a year. Sean Menenga. I'm thinking of, God, who am I thinking of? Mike Stock? I don't think I've ever heard that name before in my life. Who am I thinking of? I don't know. Frank Novak? Johnny Holland was a special teams coach in 98? Who knew? I got his autograph once. I snuck into the Packers facility. I was there for a special day, and he was riding a bike, and I said, "Can you have my autograph, sir?" But I asked for his, actually. The fact that the Packers almost won this game is a total indictment on how bad the Giants are. That is a comment from Tom. Absolutely. Jerry says, fan reaction is predictable. The end of the world with the loss, regardless. This is a rebuilding year. I think what's a bummer is the teams you beat and Q's narrative that we actually beat bad teams. It's a worth commendation. That's a nice way to attack that. I give you points for creativity, but the Packers they were beating good teams. Jordan Love outplayed Patrick Mahomes, who that team's falling apart. He walked back all of his comments. He absolutely did. You can't not call a penalty just because a play looks cool, and the Chiefs have to learn that lesson. Patrick Mahomes is not on the sideline mad at the refs. He's mad at Kadarius Toney. When I first saw that, I thought he was yelling at Kadarius Toney. I'm still a little bit behind on the comments. Catching up. Bart called the DeVito win earlier in the week. No, I referenced that tweet that we could beat those guys and then lose to this. The big question from Jalen is, why are we not using a big body like Kraft in the red zone? Because the jet sweep looks cool. At some point, you got to realize the jet sweep's not working anymore. It worked, and then they were using yard. I can't believe Matt LaFleur thinks that's the best play that he had at his disposal. That was a have to get it 2-point conversion. I can't believe that he would think that. Jordan Love threw a pick. Jordan Love fumbled. He said after the game, the first half was not up to our standard. I'd like to see, as we're live here after the game, I'd like to see, and if anyone's seen anything from LaFleur, if he says that. Tim has a comment online. It's hilarious. The entire internet sees Barry for what he is. Matt LaFleur does not. Oh, shit. This is the first loss LaFleur has ever had in December. And it came at the hands of Tommy DeVito. I'm going to play. This will be a quick little pivot. I'm going to play a voicemail from Vincent in Anaheim. Nah, it's about the Brewers. I'll play that later. We'll get it, though. He's listening to the show late, so I'll play his voicemail late. Vincent in Anaheim, leaving a Carl's Place voicemail. Carl of et.com/Bart. Golf simulators and more. 402-915-BART. LOL, Bucks look like shit too. Let me give a shout out to the Bucks. They won tonight. It had to go to overtime. Frozen DeRozan hitting a shot at the buzzer. And then the Bucks were last time they played the Bulls took over in overtime and just steamrolled these guys. The Bucks at least were able to keep things more in favor of them. So I wasn't really too concerned about that. Also, the Titans beat the Dolphins, and they came back to do it. So not a good night for the favorites tonight. Dolphins had a chance to be the number 1 seed in the AFC tonight, and they bungled that. So lots going on. Bucks win 133-129. Giannis, 32 points. Dame, 3 of 17. You got to be joking me. What? 14 points. Portis, 17. AJ Green off the bench, 4 for 5 from 3. So interesting night. Again, Dame. I saw some of you guys after that Pacers game trying to turn on Dame. Like, he doesn't want to be here. Bucks are not this. Again, it's early. I'm upset we didn't win the in-season tournament either. Adam says, Bart, say hi to my grandma. She doesn't believe this chat is real. Like it's taped or something? That was 20 minutes ago. So I hope grandma's still with me. Us, you. A lot of backlash on Q. I'm convinced Q is a Bears plant. I have an unconscious bias towards Q. All right. Mike says, I'm done with this pathetic team. I'm just trying to catch up on comments here. Apple River Jason says, I can tell Bart had a handful of extra beers tonight. No beers. No drinky. No beers. I don't even have like a soda by me. I got nothing. Hot Take Jake says the Packers are so many's first love. They always find new ways to disappoint and break your heart. I guess. Tax here. Under the name Charlie Cutlets. Great.
What's up?
God, I hate that guy. I don't even know him. He scored a touchdown against the Badgers a long time ago when he played for Illinois.
I mean, whatever. He is whatever. It's fun, though. I think it's fun. You and I have literally the opposite takes on everything. I think the whole Tommy Cutlets thing is fun.
I want it to be fun. I would want it. I want to enjoy it. I think because it came against the Packers, I never can and never will.
I mean, what about weeks prior?
I hadn't like seen him play, and I wasn't too into it. And I'll tell you, I don't work in New York or live in New York, but all those CBS guys, like I see all what they do and say and the fan and stuff, just love Tommy Cutlets.
Well, they're all fucking Jersey boys.
So he's
or
like
Northeasterners.
It's like we've never seen a guy act Italian before.
Yeah, also to say that you are Italian is a fucking travesty.
I'm Italian.
Whatever, Mr. Winkler.
No, and that's actually not a German name. That's English.
I don't care what it is. It sounds German. You're not Italian.
What about my great grandpa, Arturo Brunelli?
Was that his name?
Yeah, my mom was a Brunelli. That's an Italian name.
Cool.
I am Italian.
It
I'm
does.
talking with my hands. I didn't realize that.
You're right.
Yeah. I love pizza. I love Italian ice.
Your mom could definitely pass as Italian, sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. What else? I'm just looking at more comments here. Yeah. All right. Oh, Monday Night Football. Yeah. Doing the split screen thing. They did it last time that they had those two games at once. They were staggered. This was different. They've never done that before. They wanted to try a little bit, which I don't mind. But it'd be nice if they were on channels that weren't owned by each other, because the Packers, they're doing something. Then you got to watch like this Titans drive. Who cares? I get it. If you're like a impartial viewer, it might be cool and neat. But I wasn't looking at it from that perspective. I just wanted to see all Packers. And if you wanted all Packers on the full screen, there was no way to get it. There was no way to get it. Brew Crew says nobody's anything. Everyone's a little everything. That's right. If you go back in the annals of the Bart Winkler Show, you will also hear me have said the following things. I can get as drunk as I want. I'm Irish. I've also said I'm English. I've also said I'm German, Swedish, Norwegian. So I can celebrate.
I'm happy for you.
The chances the Packers have a winning playoff game are about 0.001%. Yeah, I just want to get in. It's not even about that. Tonight I didn't view as like win to get in the playoffs. No, they got an easy schedule. That's what you said coming into tonight. But also, if they don't miss the playoffs this year, my world's not going to come crashing down. But this game, I really wanted this game.
We would have potentially been in contention for the NFC North had we won this game. I think we're out of it now, right? Three games back with what, 5 to play?
What are the Lions? 9?
I think they have 9.
Yeah. Well, we were never going to win the NFC North. I know a lot of people were trying to think that, and that was just crazy talk.
It could have been real close tonight. We have a really easy schedule. I think the Lions do play the Vikings twice.
Yeah, I don't think the Lions is that hard. I can break down schedules between Saints, Falcons, like Saints, Falcons, Seahawks, Rams, Packers, Vikings. Nobody's got an easier schedule than us. It's just that you have to win those games. And tonight we played the second worst team of all those. We got the Panthers coming up. They're awful. We've got the Buccaneers. Giants are worse. Bears, Giants were worse. Vikings, Giants were worse. This was the second worst team that we're going to play, and we lost.
Yeah, it was an ugly showing, to say the least. Not a lot of redeeming things to take away from the game. Jordan Love did not play good.
Jordan Love gave a little bit of everything to everybody. Overall, this was not one of his better games. The first half was very bad. I did not retweet any anti-Jordan Love slander tonight, because why would I? So I'm going to be on the news in the morning. What should I have them ask me?
Oh, I heard this earlier. I was listening on YouTube. I don't know, your favorite dish at Tupelo Honey?
I got to get the chicken and waffles. Somebody did ask me. They're going Friday. They said you had that promo in November. Is it happening in December? As a matter of fact, it is. And they're going on Friday, which is the start of their 10 days where you can get a free appetizer or dessert. Starts on the 15th through the 24th when they have a Christmas Eve brunch. If you need the discount or want the discount, take the discount. 20% off. Put Bart Winkler Show 20% off in the reservation at TupeloHoneyCafe.com, downtown Milwaukee. Great Southern food. And you can also tell your server. Well done. Good setup there.
Yeah, it's a good deal too, because 20% off is it's not an insignificant amount, you know?
Yeah, it's not like I'm going down and saying 5% off. 20% is pretty close to 25%, which is actually pretty close to 50, which is almost close to free.
I was thinking about 25% off from a different company.
Are you talking about happyplacehemp.com?
Mm-hmm.
Stylist Tom says Packers will play down to the Panthers and lose. This will be
No way.
Hearing it out game. Book it.
No fucking way. They're so bad.
So I'm gonna have the news ask me. I'm gonna have him say, "All right, and Bart Winkler in for the Bart Winkler Show." Bart, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm. They should just ask just that.
Just be like, "Hey, what the fuck, there?"
Does it have to be like Packers centric, or can it be like NFL wide, or what?
Well, I was on Monday morning talking some NFL, and now because they played Monday night, they want me on Tuesday, which is a great honor.
Why wouldn't they?
So now I got to break down.
Tonight's game. I think no sacks is something to talk about.
No sacks?
No. I mean, well, yes, but also no sacks.
Jordan Love, 25 of 39, a pick, an interception, took 2 sacks. That's it. It felt like he took more. The offensive line, they were talking about that on the broadcast, how they shuttle out the guards and tackles. And I don't know. I guess it's nice to give them experience. I don't like that. I think if you can just get a consistent line. Again, I'm a dummy when it comes to the line. All those years I said that I love the trenches. I was actually kidding. I hate the line. I don't even look at the line. I couldn't even tell you who plays. I don't even notice the numbers. I don't even care.
Joe Buck was talking about how we rotate our offensive line like no other team tonight. And I was like, all I could think about was
Freedom Boner.
Bart Winkler in the trenches.
Yeah,
and now you're telling me that was all a lie?
I never liked the trenches. I don't like them. The big uglies, I don't like them.
I don't even know what to think about my life anymore.
Yeah, don't like the trenches.
Huh.
I don't think games are won and lost there either, believe it or not.
Oh my goodness. Do you also not like the G-Force?
That I love. I fucking love the G-Force.
Okay.
That I love.
At least we have that going.
AJ Dillon, 15 of 53. I'll echo what I said last week. Every time he hits the ball, it looks like a 40-yard run's coming, and it's 4 yards.
Yeah, sometimes it's like 8 yards, though. I wish they would have given him the ball a few times in the red zone.
Jaden Reed had 4 carries, 8 receptions, yet 11 more yards on the ground than he was 8 for 27.
It's different, Bart.
How can that be? We lost 2 fumbles. We threw a pick.
Yeah, that's how we know the Giants are so bad.
How many yards did he rush for?
Who?
70. Fuck. He ran for 71 yards, dude.
Oh, we talking about quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was all over the field. I'm surprised he didn't break 100.
God damn it. All right. If you got anything, I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah, no, I have nothing. I came on here with nothing. I just came to say hi because there were no other callers.
No, quiet night. A lot of people here, but nobody really wants to talk. Maybe you guys are all watching in bed. That's fine.
I'm in my basement.
Me too.
Well,
Ed says Love needs a running game. We need Aaron Jones. Can we get Derrick Henry to come back and play with Matt LaFleur? Because the last time they were together, LaFleur never played him. So Maybe never
That's
mind.
perfect.
Maybe never mind. Ben wants to fire LaFleur. That's been his thought. Chef Himbad 0506 was 0505 taken. He says the turnover battle always dictates the outcome.
Yeah, the fact that we were still in the game, considering all of our
We get a lead.
turnovers. Granted,
Go.
we did also get a couple lucky ones, but like we played so poorly and we had turnovers and we stayed in the game. At this point, I don't know. We should make the playoffs.
Tommy DeVito is probably already home by now. He's probably in his bed. He lives 10 miles away from the stadium. Do you know?
Probably a lot of traffic.
Oh, yeah, it could be some traffic. But he probably knows the back ways because he lives there and he won a state championship there.
I doubt it.
Yeah, he probably took the back ways.
He did. He only did I hear he had like 175 and one tutty in his championship game? Like pretty shitty line for a NFL quarterback.
Matt says he would jump on, but it sounds like I'm done. Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta get up and do the news.
do you post that on your channel? I haven't seen that.
Channel 12?
Yeah.
No, that's their content. I'm not gonna.
I saw Dario at the game tonight.
Dario went to New York, yeah.
So you're gonna be on with him tomorrow morning? Is he taking the red eye back?
Sports guys don't get up in the morning.
Correct.
That's why they have me on for some reason.
Oh, so you're just like with the normal ass like talk show hosts?
Yeah.
Or whatever, news anchors. They're talk show hosts, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm just the guy who's like, exposure for my podcast. I'll get up 4 days a week at 5:30 to come on your show.
Oh no, that's good. I like that you can provide some, Bart Winkler isms to Channel 12. Not CBS 58 with Tim Shea.
They never asked me.
It's odd.
They put Snell season on. They put Marzion on. They don't want hits from me. Where's my Tim Shea connection?
Like, how is he not like plugged in?
Oh, because we're doing this. No Tim Shea Tuesday today.
Oh,
that'll make Paul very happy.
What about a Tim Shea Thursday?
That could be in the cards.
Just saying.
So I'll have Grant and Paul on for this week, and then Bucks Pacers. Ooh, revenge match.
Doesn't matter. It's a regular season.
We'll go live after that, and then hopefully I'll grab Horvat. There you go. There's your week. Taylor says, what did I think about John Rahm joining Live Golf? I think that at some point when you get offered that much money, I mean, what are you going to do?
Agreed. Bart, I have something to say to you about
I don't know what Live Golf's goal is. It's like they don't even give a shit. They don't even care. They just want to end PGA. They don't want to be good. Their format sucks. The teams suck. Nobody knows when they're playing. Nobody knows when they're on. The courses they play at are like Rolling Meadows would be an upgrade.
Okay, that's not true. They play at
Rolling Meadows is an elite course, I think.
Shut the fuck up, Bart.
I love Rolling. I hit a hole in one there.
Bullshit.
I faked it. Do you know that story?
No, but I don't care to know it either.
All right, I guess I won't tell it. I've told it. I've told it before.
Actually, I do want to hear it.
I got a standing ovation. I swung a ball.
Tell the story.
Hole 15, had a ball in my hand, picked it up, and then the marshal came at the exact time. He goes, Did I see what I just think I saw? I go, I hit a hole in one. I got back to the clubhouse after we finished. Everyone had heard about it. Standing ovation when I come in. I'm talking to my friends' parents. They go, hole in one. Wow, what was your round? I go, 150.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, You had a 150 with a hole in one. And so then I told my dad, and I had to apologize, and Sal Cacirio yelled at me.
Oh, you went that hard with it?
I went fucking hard. As I went to apologize, I walked by a sign on the wall that said, Bart Winkler, hole in one.
You're kidding me.
I went hard. That was 8th grade.
8th grade? Bart, you are a menace.
And then I self-banned myself. I didn't go back to Rolling Meadows for 10 years.
Well, there's no reason to go back there because that course literally sucks dick.
I love it. Yeah. Except that first hole on the left where there's like 2 holes and you never know which one to play. What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Were you going to say something? I'm going to bed again.
I don't remember what it is because we started talking about this other shit.
Is nobody going to comment on my DC Defenders XFL shirt, brand new?
Does it fit?
It fits. Don't ask me after I wash it.
Yeah, that's why I hate washing shit like that.
Well, that's the level of fat I am at. I'm at the level of fat where extra large fits me. I'm very happy with it. I wash it once, and then we're in a little danger zone. So now I'm thinking, fuck, am I 2X? Did I let myself get up to 2X? I can't get 2X.
I hear you. I just blame it on the washing machine. I blame it on hot water.
Oh, Tuesday's a big day. I'm going to a gym.
For a tour, right?
And I'm going to walk on the treadmill for 30 minutes.
You could just walk outside.
I know, but paying for a gym is like, oh, fuck, I got to go, you know?
Okay.
You got to trick yourself.
Mm-hmm. Get in there before the New Year's rush.
Yeah.
Well.
All right. I'm leaving for real. Thanks, everybody, for joining. Oh, my God. Please join my Splash Sports $20 college bowl pick'em. Please.
Oh, Bart, the Guillotine League, are you checking fucking the Fond du Lac Fugitives? Are you still alive?
See how I advanced tonight?
I cannot believe that I lost in that league. I was fucking dominating that shit, and then I just got chopped. Couldn't believe it.
Hey, I'm Final Four.
Yeah, it seemed like it tonight when you were excited about checking your Guillotine League.
Dude, because Tyreek Hill got hurt, but then he came back in. And I was against the guy behind me had Tua and Reek. And I had Hurts, Goddard, and A.J. Brown, and they all fucking did shit.
Yeah. When I got chopped, I had like $580 worth of fab.
Matt says, hot take, I was ready for Clifford at halftime. Oh, shit. We are ending. That's right. Where you win the show. Sorry about
Bye, Bart. Doesn't, yeah, whatever. Good luck. Win the fucking thing.
Thanks, buddy.
Bye.
Again, Grant and Paul in the next episode, and another live on Wednesday. What a shitty loss. This did calm me down. I really was not in a good spot. So take a gummy, fall asleep, do the news. Hey, rinse and repeat, right? Respect the grind. Go to the gym. Tomorrow's a new day. I'm a fucking new man. Fucking Tommy DeVito. She fucking